You need to discover the truth.
The LGBTQRSTUZ. What shall I refer to you? As an animal? As a rock? As a plant? What shall I refer to you as? As a human being, every human being knows this. In the natural way, everyone came from a male and a female. All humanity came from man and woman. Everyone came from Adam and Eve, not Adam and Steve. Or Rachel and Elizabeth, I don't know. So everyone came from man and a woman. Now please pay attention. The reason why this kind of a lifestyle, the LGBTQRSTUZ, the reason being, it's got nothing to do with being a sinful lifestyle. Because if we're gonna talk about sin, guess what? All of us are sinners. And since we are all sinners, then I have no right as a sinner to judge someone who is a sinner like me. It's got nothing to do with sin. It's got to do with something much greater than sin. It's to do with identity.
See, the problem with the LGBTQFYZ is they steal the identity of the person. People are trying to become something they're not. Men are trying to become women, and women are trying to become men, because it's a loss of identity. They don't know who they are. They're becoming unsatisfied in themselves, and they find satisfaction by changing over. I have dabbled in the perverseness of homosexuality as I dabbled in by curiosity when I was younger and when I was on drugs. And it's a dark life, it's a twisted life, it's something that grabs at you and pulls at you, because in the spiritual realm, when you've opened that door, when you've gone into that lifestyle, it pulls at you for whatever reason. It's a dark, demonic pull, and a lot of people get sucked into it, and then they lose their identity, believing that they're actually a woman when God created them to be a man. And the reality is there's not, oh well, you know, I'm this, trapped in this, you're losing your identity. This is what he's talking about. It's almost pulling you out of the reality of being the human that you were created to be, because you're losing your identity in the process of becoming something that you're not, becoming something God did not create. He didn't create the man to become a woman. He created the man to be a man and a woman to be a woman. Watch what he says next.
As male and female, man and a woman. God, now I'll come to the Christian faith. God said, let us go down and make man in our image according to our likeness. He made this man in his image and likeness, and this man called him male and female. Male and female. The entire human race came from a male and a female. The moment you come being a male and you refer to yourself as a female, then you are neither a male nor a female. You are not a human being any longer. The identity of a human is either a male or a female. The moment you come out of this identity, you are not in the category of humanity.
See, it takes away from your identity as a human being, because when God created you a man, he created you to be a man, but when you transfer over to becoming a woman, now you are no longer part of the humanity that he created you to be. Listen, so many people, I think a lot of men change into women because they like the attention they get from men, and or they've been molested, or they've had stuff happen in their life, or they have issues, whatever it is. The Bible says we wrestle not against flesh and blood, but against principalities and powers of darkness. We should never hate the sinner. We should hate the sin. Homosexuality across the board, being lesbian, all that stuff, it's a dysfunctional lifestyle. It's not normal. Listen, sex was created to reproduce. So if you're having sex without reproduction and there's no availability of reproduction, then it doesn't come from God. You have to understand that. So there's no way, and we'll read after this next video, we'll read that how the Bible's very clear on this, that you can't live that lifestyle. Listen, I've dabbled in the lifestyle. I'm telling you from a humble position. I don't hate the sinner. I hate the sin. I hate the group, the LGBTQFYZ, and not that I hate the people inside of it, but I hate what it promotes. It promotes perverse. It promotes nastiness. It promotes dysfunction. It promotes pulling someone out of that identity of what God's created them to be. You've been created to be so much more because He loves you. He values you. He paid for your sin on the cross so that you could become the man that you were created to be, so you could become the woman that you were created to be. Don't let the world and the confusion of the world and the confusion of the evil one distort you from the reality of what God's created you to be. Now watch what He says here next.
Then what shall I refer to you? As an animal? As a rock? As a plant? What shall I refer to you as? Therefore, such existence I will never answer. Because if I answer them, I am actually giving them that privilege of being someone they are not. Simple. Simple. Jesus is the source of wisdom. Jesus is much higher than this kind of a filth.
See, you have to understand, there's so many names, non-binary. They come up with, I don't even know half the names of what they say, like, they just got a list. He's like, what do I call you, like a plant? Like, it makes sense because there's so many names. There's so much dysfunction in it. Let's see what the Bible says in Romans chapter 1, verses 27 through 32. Likewise also men, leaving the natural use of the woman, burned in their lust for one another, men with men, committing what is shameful, and receiving in themselves the penalty of their error which was due. And even as they did not like to retain God in their knowledge, God gave them over to a debased mind to do those things which are not fitting, being filled with all unrighteousness, sexual morality, wickedness, covetousness, maliciousness, full of envy, murder, strife, deceit, evil-mindedness. They are whisperers, backbiters, haters of God, violent, proud, boasters, inventors of evil things, disobedient to parents, undiscerning, untrustworthy, unloving, unforgiving, unmerciful. And here's the key. It says, who knowing the righteous judgment of God, that those who practice such things are deserving of death. Hear this, don't miss this part. This is biblical. Not only do the same, but also those who approve of those who practice of them. If you call yourself a Christian and you support the LGBTQFYZ, then you're actually becoming part of the sin you support. You could be like, oh, well, we just want to love them. We want to love them. It's good to love the sinner, not the sin. If you support it in any kind of way, you become part of it. That's what the Bible says it right here. Not only do the same, but also approve of those who practice them. You cannot live that lifestyle. It is sin. Any sin you practice, okay, from murder to lying to stealing, any sin, regular sexual morality. A lot of people want to bash homosexuality, but then they don't bash and go against regular, sexual morality. Here's the thing. Any sin you continue to commit will lead you to hell. Turn from it and turn to Jesus. He loves you. And to learn more about Jesus, subscribe. And if you'd like to partner with me, click the link down below.